Hey, good morning, Math Minds. Are we ready to start some geometry and checking out some polygons and some triangles today? So let's check them out, okay? Let me get off the screen here and get you hooked on up. Let's see. There we go. All right, inside your packet, we have 15-1 is the polygons. It looks like this and it has two-sided, but you're going to do the right side after we finish this video and we do a little explanation. So let's take a peek for a second and talk about polygons. Okay, yesterday we watched a couple of videos and talked about polygons and what a polygon is. Poly means many, and gon means sides. So a polygon is a many-sided figure. So here's an example up here where it says a polygon is a closed, and this plane figure right here, remember a coordinate plane is a flat surface. It's two-dimensional. It has a length and it has a width. That's why we have coordinate planes. They're called planes because they're flat. They don't have any depth or volume to them. It's made up of line segments, so straight lines, and common polygons have names that tell the number of sides, and that's what we talked about yesterday by the number of sides. So we have a triangle, which is a polygon, three-sided, pentagon, five-sided, octagon, eight-sided, hexagon, six-sided. This is not a polygon. It's not a polygon because it is not closed. This is open, so it's not a polygon. It has to be closed. And then a quadrilateral is here. This is super important. A regular polygon. A regular polygon has all sides that are the same length, every one of them, and all the angles have the same measure. If all the sides are the same length, then all the angles are going to be the same as well. It's just a characteristic that a polygon has. So in this triangle, if the sides are all 3 inches, then every angle has to equal the same amount, 60 degrees for each one of them. If I made this angle a little larger, like this, then this angle would become more acute and this one would become more obtuse. In order for the sides to be the same, the angles have to be the same as well. All right, so let's name some of these polygons. We're going to name each of them, and then, that's why there's 2 lines, we're going to tell if it appears to be regular or not. Reason it says appears is because we don't have a tool to actually measure the angles to know exactly if they're the same size, or we don't have our ruler with us to tell whether they're exactly the same size. So we're going to go by our sight for this one, and we're going to estimate if it is or not. So this first one, we know it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. So a 4-sided figure is a quadrilateral. And is it regular? Well, right away I can tell it is not regular because this side is shorter than this side. Soon as 2 sides are not the same length, it is not a regular polygon. Now, I want to show you a trick how I'm going to be marking these sides to show if they're the same length or not. In geometry, mathematicians will use little hash marks throughout the sides to show what sides they're equal to. So if this side, I'm going to use a 1 hash mark to show how long it is. And I think this one is definitely different. So I'm going to use 2 hash marks for the length of this side to show they're not the same. Then this one is going to get 3 hash marks, and this one 4 because they're all different. So this is not a regular polygon. All right, let's jump over to this one. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. There's 6 sides in this polygon, so that makes it a hexagon. And if I look closely, every side is the same length. So I'm going to put the same amount of hash marks in every one. Each one gets 1 hash mark. And every one of these angles is the same as well. Each one of them is an obtuse angle. It's greater than 90 degrees. So this one is a regular polygon. Another hint for a regular polygon, if you remember those pattern blocks you used to use when you were younger, there was a red triangle and a yellow hexagon. Those are regular polygons. All right, let's take a look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-sided figure, so it has to be a pentagon. And the sides are all wonky, so they are not equal. I can tell that they're all different sizes. This one is much larger than this one. So right away, as soon as I find 2 sides that are different, I know it is not a regular polygon. This last triangle here looks a lot like this triangle in our example. All 3 sides are the same, so that is a triangle by a 3-sided figure, and every angle is an acute angle, and it's the same, so it is regular. Okay. All All right, let's look at this table at the bottom. It says Shakira sorted the shapes in 2 different groups. Looks like Group A and Group B. Use geometric terms to describe how she sorted the shapes. How she sorted them. So what did she do to sort them? What's the common between all 3 of these? Here's where I see something in common. Every one of them is open. So Group A has open sides, so they are what? They are not polygons. Group B have closed shapes. They have straight lines, so every one of those is a polygon. They're not all regular polygons. This one's regular because all the sides and angles are the same, but this one is not because these are right angles at the bottom, and then I have an obtuse angle right here, so I know those aren't the same angles. This has the same angles, 90, 90, 90, 90, but these sides are different lengths than these sides. So yes, they're polygons, but they're not regular. So Group B is a set of polygons. Okay? All right, so now pause this video or get off of this video and do the other side of this for the practice, and I will put a picture of the answer key on there so you can check it out. Remember, do the practice first, then do the answer keys to check yourself and your understanding.